How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. We are in Arc 2, called Watanagashi. And last episode, Keiichi has helped out in the shrine preparing for the Watanagashi festival. And after we helped out, we have learned pretty much a lot, if not all of the details surrounding Oyashiro-sama's curse. Curse? Curse. And we've learned quite a lot, so if you want to go check that out, please go do so. But here we are, continuing. And load it up. There we go.
本当に伝えたいのは違う言葉だった。本当に感じたいのは違う心だった。すれ違いが溝を生み、ためらいの気持ちが人を恐怖へと沈ませる。もう誰も止められない。冷たい感情がむき出しの心を深く残酷にえぐってゆく。綿流し。なぜあの時とつぶやく後悔の言葉。それはもはや虚しい響きだった。
Okay, so if you not have watched the previous arc, when a voice does that and narrates a few lines like what it just did, that basically tells you that we're about to enter the hardcore side of the game and shit is about to go real. So buckle up. Let's do this. Rena was ecstatically waving her arms at me, already brimming with energy. It is a bit loud, but that's just on my side. Let me lower it. There we go. Okay.
こんにちはだろ。
でも今日ケイチ君にする最初の挨拶だからやっぱりおはようがいいな。いいな。
わかったわかった。じゃあおはようでいい。おはようレナ。
I grabbed Rena's head and rubbed it with my hand. She squirmed, reveling in the motion like a cat. Purr for me. What?
昨日は申し訳なかったね。黙って帰っちゃってさ。
You better apologize. Well, I should be apologizing too. But you should apologize as well.
ああ、それを言うなら俺の方が悪かった。ミオンをずっと待たせっぱなしでごめんな。
昨日のお祭りの準備のことかな。どうだったケイチ君。しっかりとお仕事してた？
The slight muscle pain throughout my body and my sluggish movements were already obvious.
頑張ってたよ。
By the way, if you hear me sniffle and I sound a little nasally, yes, I've come down with something. But I must continue to deliver the greatness that is Higurashi.
へばってたけどね。
I grinned dryly at the three of us break out in laughter.
サトコとリカちゃんは祭り会場で合流か？
うん。リカちゃんはほら大切なお勤めがあるから昨日からずっと。
Okay, so today should be the day of the festival and what, we're meeting up to go there now?
サトコちゃんもそのお供だそうだからもう二人とも神社にいるよ。
Okay. Right, I just remembered. Today was Rika-chan's big performance. She had been practicing especially hard for this day. As her friend, I needed to make sure I went and cheered her on.
よっしゃ、早速行こうぜ。
Let's do it! Ooh, look at that. Fade to darkness. Darkness! As we got closer to the shrine, we started passing by more people and seeing a lot of parked cars. It began to get noisier too. I thought I could hear something like a Bon dance song. What? Without being able to restrain my impatience, I dashed up the entire flight of stone stairs.
ケイチ君早いよ。待って。
たくケイちゃん、お子様なんだからな。
Whoa! The shrine grounds. They were packed with people. It was a festival if I ever saw one. My God.
わあ、今年も立派だね。すごいね、すごいね。
Hinamizawa中から出てきてるんだろうな。ありゃ、君吉分家のおじいさんまで来てるじゃない。あのじいさん、去年の綿流しからずっと体調崩してたんだけど、元気になったみたいだね。
Yeah, there were a lot of villagers here that I didn't really know. They must have all been pouring in just for today.
あ、さとこちゃんだ。
Oh my God, Sataka! Bleh.
はーい。あら、皆さんでございますの。こんにちはですわ。
ようさとこ、今日はすごい人手だよな。はぐれて迷子になるなよ。
誰が迷子になるんですの？
Satoko, too, seemed somehow energetic. Of course, I'm the same way.
あれ？リカちゃんは？まだ自由時間でしょ？リカは村長さんたちと挨拶してましたですわ。すぐに来るでございますわよ。
I see. Rika-chan is the shrine maiden for today's festival, after all. It's probably a pain for her to say hello to all the elders.
実に大変なのですよ。こんにちはなのです。は、はう、リカちゃん。お持ち帰り。
Rika-chan wore an immaculate shrine maiden outfit that looked fresh off the shelves. It was a perfect fit for her somehow mystical appearance.
どう？丈とか長すぎない？バッチャからもしも袖がかかるようならって安全ピンを預かってきてるんだけど。
大丈夫なのです。実に快適なのですよ。
As she spoke, she began to do some twists and stretches.
いいね、いいよね、これかわいいよね。はう。
There was approximately one person here getting a nosebleed from watching Rika-chan move.
ケイチ君はかわいいと思わないかな？思わないならレナノになっちゃうからお持ち帰り。
すごく可愛いと思うぞ。かなりカス。不敬のふりをして写真を撮りまくりたいくらいだ。2点から撮影して立体視できるようにすれば、立体の生リカちゃんが自宅でいつでももとい眺め放題。
はう、いいね、いいね、いいね。
Rena's eyes and mine glittered with stars as our noses, bled and we drooled. Oh my God, clean yourselves up.
リカ、あいつらに近寄ると大変ですわよ。地下室とかに閉じ込められるかもしれないのです。
Oh God, don't joke about that, please. Oh God.
その割にはリカちゃん楽しそうだけど。
ミーがひどいことを言うのですよ。
We all laughed together again.
じゃ、もたもたしないで祭りを回るかね。リカちゃんの出番までそう時間がないでしょ。
そうだな。よっしゃ、行こうぜみんな。
よー、園崎のお嬢ちゃんじゃねえの。食ってきな。豚肉たっぷりの焼きそばだぜよ。今年はイカリングまで入ってるボリューム派よ。
へい親父、今年の焼きそばもなかなか力作じゃないの。イカまで入れるとは今年は奮発してるね。
へえ、美味しいね、美味しいね。
ああ、イカってのは食ってもうまいが、 それ以上に匂いが香ばしいんだよな。軟弱になりがちな歯ごたえも実に見事に補ってる。イカと豚肉のボリューム感は実に素晴らしい。悪くない出来だ。
へえ、ケイちゃんって何気に料理番組の司会とかに向いてるね。
ケイチくんが美味しそうに食べてると、なんだかいつもよりもずっと美味しそうに感じるもんね。
俺はうまいものはうまいっていう主義なんだよ。だから俺がうまいっていうものはとりあえず試してみる価値があると思うぞ。
ではケイイチ、この焼きそばの評価を改めてどうぞなのですよ。
一言で言うとだ、うまい。胃袋がもう一つあるんなら迷わずもう一つ買ってるな。
Having heard my 3-star rating, a whole line of people suddenly formed in front of the yakisoba stand.
おお、すごいよ。ケイちゃんがあんまりにも美味しそうに言うもんだから集客効果バッチリだわ。なるね。
It was nothing to brag about, but I still decided to stick out my chest and put on airs.
あら、そうなんですの？では、私も挑戦してみましたよ。おじさん、たこ焼き一つくださいますこと？
Satoko bought a stick of takoyaki. Takoyaki, god damn it. Balls of fried rice, not rice, octopus, from the adjacent stand, and after blowing on it, put one of them into her mouth.
どうかな、さとこちゃん。美味しい評価が出るなら、レナも買うよ。
さあ、料理評論家の北条さと子審査員のご感想をどうぞ。
Though she was all for it a moment ago, Satoko hesitated to give her thoughts. Hey now, what's the matter? Everyone else takes one of their own and puts it into their mouths.
あれれ、レナのは外れだね。僕のも外れです。タコさんが入ってないのです。
This takoyaki vendor. Could this be some sort of summer festival only octopus free takoyaki stand? An evil takoyaki stand that skipped on the octopus because they figured it would make them good money today.
あ、私のには入ってたわ。
It's randomized. You flocks.
うん。タコが入ってる分には十分うまいよ。
このタコなしたこ焼きをどう美味しそうに解説すればいいんですの？
Everyone wondered about that. Our quizzical looks seemed to be drawing equally dubious stares from the people in line.
こんなのはどうかな？たこ焼きなのにタコが入ってないからとってもヘルシー。タコの嫌いな人でも食べられる美味しいたこ焼き。
After hearing that, several surprised guests left the line. Oof. It had the exact opposite effect.
じゃあ次は私が挑戦するよ。小麦粉やネギ、紅生姜の味などの素朴さをしっとりと味わわせてくれる自信作。タコが入ってない分だけ素材の味が程よく。
It wasn't half bad, but after hearing the "there's no octopus in it" clause, even more people left the line. Ouch.
リカちゃんは何かいいコメントはあるか？率直でいいぞ。
これで400円は高いのです。
Ad bomb. That was too honest. Even more customers left the line, dealing a lethal blow. There were other takoyaki stands around after all.
いやー、なんかその私らとんでもないことをしてるような。
Yeah, he might come and kill us, for, destroying his whole, business.
ほら、サトコ、あんたが始めたことなんだからビシッとここで逆転させなさいよ。
無理でございますわ。
Do it or you're freaking fired!
タコの入っていないたこ焼きなんてどう褒めればいいんですの？
God, you idiot! Satoko's angry outburst was the finishing blow. Dun dun dun.
お客さんみんないなくなっちゃった。
Well, we're dead.
おじさん睨んでる。
That's not just staring, that's glaring. With murderous intent.
なんでだろう。
There's no saving this crowd. None, nah. Perhaps I, Keiichi Maebara-sama, some of my fat ass, will lend a generous hand.
ケ
You
イ
do
チ
that.
ならきっとなんとかできますですよ。タコなしたこ焼き屋さんを助けてあげてほしいのです。
笑顔でトゲのあることを言うな。まあ分かった。俺がプロの技を見せてやるからよく見てろよ。
I shoved the stick into an octopus-less takoyaki and crammed it into my mouth. As before, there wasn't any octopus in it, but Mion's had some in it. That was the important point.
このたこ焼き屋の親父さんは本当の意味でたこ焼きが好きなんだ。いや、愛してると言っていい。
Everyone gasped in surprise, including the takoyaki vendor glaring at us.
あの親父さんは本当にたこ焼きが大好きなんだ。大好きだからこそいい加減なたこ焼きを作りたくないんだ。そうだね、親父さん。
The takoyaki vendor looked down, unsure. Those watching were listening intently, wanting to know why octopus-less takoyaki deserves such a high rating.
でもケイチさん、そんなにたこ焼きが大好きならどうしてタコなしたこ焼きなんか作りますの？たこ焼きに対する裏切りではございませんの？
そうだな、ある意味裏切りだ。だがこれは親父さんにとっての最大限の妥協点なんだ。親父さんは今日だって本当のたこ焼きを作ってるよ。でもそれはこの中のほんの一つか二つでしかない。
まあそうだね。私の食べた一つにはタコは入ってたし、タコが入ってる分にはそんなに悪い味じゃなかったよ。
そう、それが本物のたこ焼きだ。それ以外のたこ焼きは8個入ってなきゃたこ焼きじゃないという一般人の先入観への最大限の妥協なんだ。
ケイチ君の言う意味がわからないよ。どうして本物は一つで他は偽物なのかな？
その秘密はタコにあるんだ。親父さん、このタコ本物の明石のタコだね。近年明石のタコの水揚げは激減してとても高騰しているんだ。たこ焼きなんかにとても使えないようなとても高い値段になってしまってるんだ。
Then the man, who had been looking down this whole time, mumbled.
ああ、そうよ。明石のタコはすごく高いんだよ。
でも親父さんは明石のタコにこだわったんだ。安物のいい加減なタコを使えばいくらでもごまかせるのに。明石のじゃないのに明石というのぼりを立てて販売してるインチキたこ焼き屋はいくらでもあるのに、親父さんはごまかさなかった。嘘をつかなかった。タコは明石、この一点だけを堅くなに譲らなかったんだ。親父さんはたこ焼きを愛してた。だから嘘をつけなかった。でもどうしても一点だけ強いられる妥協点があったんだ。
それは何ですの？
数さ。たこ焼きってのは一船8個がポピュラーだ。いくら本物の明石のタコだからって言って400円で1個だけってわけにはいかないだろう。でも8個にしなくては買ってもらえない。だから親父さんは涙を飲んだ。本物のたこ焼きを1つ作るために残り7個に嘘をつくしかなかったんだ。
Oh, what? The octopus-free takoyaki vendor burst into tears. Don't have to go that far. I gently clap one of his shoulders.
みんなが何と言おうと、俺はあんたの純粋さを忘れない。あんたこそは本物のたこ焼き屋なんだ。あんただけがたこ焼き屋を名乗っていいんだ。
Clap, 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 clap. As I embraced the shoulders of this man, shedding his manly tears, those watching delivered a round of applause, moved by my speech.
さあみんな、この本物のたこ焼き屋のたこ焼きをどうか食べてやってくれ。こんな純粋な男を大事にしなくてどうして本当のたこ焼き道が守れようか。みんなが食わないなら俺が食うぞ。
I so want to skip this. I just so want to. Fuck.
見てた人たちがみんな並ぶよ。
But it's a festival, you know, it's supposed to be fun before the chaos. Alright.
ケイイチくん、やったやった。
Let's do it. Let's
たこ焼き
just
が美味しそうに感じ
get
たっていう
through
よ
it, man.
り
Get
ケイちゃ
through
んの
it.
味演説が面白かったからだろうね。ケイちゃんってガマの油売りとかやったらかなりウケるかもしれない。
At the bed, kitchen, you could pop yourself, plain old rocks if you tried. Meh.
スーパーの実演販売でもやれば
Pet
ウ
rocks,
ケ
yes.
そうですよ。
We could sell them like hotcakes.
怪しい万能包丁とか売りつける仕事に向いてそうですよね。
Maybe. Absolutely stunned at my successful pitch, the guy manning the stall next to this one called out to me. Oh no, not another one.
おいおい兄ちゃんたち、うちのあんず飴も頼むよ。
No. After that one, I have to be paid. Pay me or you don't get speech.
よし、要領はつかめただろ。
Fuck. Keiichi, you fucking dumbass.
今度はレナが行け。
Oh, it's Rena's turn.
よ
Fantastic.
ーし、頑張るよ。はう、あんず飴が冷えててとっても美味しいんだよ。水飴の上にね、ちょこんってあんずが乗ってるの。はう、かわいいね。お持ち帰り。はう。
It looks like she lost herself in this midway through. But a girl giving it such natural praise was itself bringing in some customers. A line was quickly forming behind Rena.
今度はお好み焼き屋だ。サトコ、行け。
焼きそばに揚げ玉入りでカリカリなのがとっても美味しいでございますわね。大きなベーコンが丸ごと敷いてあって、かじるとほらビローンって出てきて、はっはっはっ。
おお、うまいうまい。それなら俺も食ってみたくなる。
Then a huge line formed at my towards. What on earth is this? So basically, all these onlookers are just following us around to all the stands.
みんなのを聞いてから食べるといつもよりずっと美味しく感じるからなのですよ。
So that's it. Even Rika-chan was gorging herself on the food, getting sauce on the bib, sorry. Read that weirdly in my head. Anyway, she'd put it on to prevent her shrine maiden outfit from getting dirty.
よーし、おじさんも盛り上がってきたよ。よし、ケイちゃん、私はどれだ？
よっしゃ、ミオンはさらにその隣の露店へ行け。ミオンの底力を見せてみろ。
あれ？でもケイイチくん、お隣のお店は。
What is it? Whoops. a goldfish scooping stand. A bit out of our element. Wait, what? Come on, why?
いや、部活の部長たるもの、相手が何であれ逃げられないね。
Yeah, that's the spirit.
やってみるよ。
ミオンさんのお手並み、拝見でございますわ。
The onlookers were also watching Mion with hopeful eyes.
いらっしゃい。はいよ。アミットワン。
よし、
え
やるぞ。
Why are they all like suddenly getting so close? That's so weird. So weird.
金魚はみんな息がいいね。
This has only happened in the first arc when, like, you know, they were threatening Keiichi and shit. But now in arc 2, it's just happening randomly like this all of a sudden. Starting in this episode. It's freaking weird.
実に美味しそう。
It's actually off-putting.
この小さいのなんか、そのままボリボリと生でいけちゃうよね。
Oh, was that Shion? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Alright.
ミオンさんは何を言ってるんでございますの？
That was not Mion.
みーちゃん、食べてたの？
You eat the goldfish?
去年レナからもらった
Oh
の。
god damn it.
食べちゃったの？
No! It just randomly died.
違う。私そんなこと言ってない。
Mion's face went red and she took it what the fucking word is that? Vehemently in
い
denial.
やでも今ミオンお前自分で言ったぞ。実
Vehemently.
に美味しそうだって。
That's how you pronounce it. Okay.
ええ、確かに言いました。お姉って雑食ですから、口に入れば何でも食べちゃうんです。
Wow.
美味しいなら今度僕も試してみるのです。ダメだよリカちゃん、お腹壊しちゃうよ。
Wait a second. Hey, what the hell? Shion, how long have you been here? Hey, wouldn't you like to know?
ケイちゃんにお姉にみんな、こんばんは。
She was stalking us, watching us from afar. I'm just guessing. Don't take me literally.
あんたどこから湧いてきたのしよう。焼きそば屋さんの時からずっとです。
Ah, so since the very beginning.
お姉たちは騒がしいからすぐに見つけられました。もう、あんたは関係ないでしょ。早くどっかへ消えなさいよ。
Wow, Mion is rude to the sister. But I can understand why sometimes. I mean, she is a little bit manipulative.
もう、お姉もあまり私を邪険にしないでください。ね、ケイちゃん。私が一緒でもいいですよね。
Ah! Jesus. Again, off-putting. She asked, grabbing my arm and pushing her chest into it. Oh god damn. Bounce. You little filthy little pervert.
鼻血出てるよ。
Yeah, I heard the gush.
この点を押したらうーって出てくるだろ。
True.
あれと同じだ。
Exactly. Squeeze the arm, blood comes gushing out of the nose. Is that how it works?
これは抗いようのない現象なんだよ。
へえ、そうなんですか。じゃあ力を入れたらもっと出てくるかな。
Oh, don't do it, please.
ぎゅ
Shion's, her cleavage, it's right up against my chest. Drip.
あんたこら何やってんの。
不潔ですわ。見損ないましたよ。面白いのです。僕もやってみるのです。
Oh, why did we? No, I am not doing this. No. I'm not reading it. There are limits. Shion, Rika-chan, and I, our faces now bruised, fell to the ground, limbs sprawled.
よくやったレナ。
Thank you, Rena.
みんな不潔なんだよ。
Apparently so. I don't know what it is, but the festival is making us all horny little rabbits.
レナに殴られたのです。
Good.
痛いのですよ。
Behave. Freaking children these
自業
days.
自得でしたよ。
Wait until you're 18, goddammit. What? Sheesh. Now that Shion was here, the energy around us had increased by 120%. Yeah, I'd say about 500, but okay, yeah, sure.
お姉の友達は実に愉快です。退屈しないな。ああ、そう。あんたさえいなくなればもっと愉快なんだけどね。もっと一緒にいたいけど、あんまりケイちゃんを誘惑すると本当にお姉に噛みつかれちゃいそうです。だから私、一時退却しますね。また来ます。じゃあね、お姉。二度と来るなー。塩負けしよう。
After teasing her older sister so much, Shion ran away into the crowd of people and disappeared.
なんだか珍しいミオンさんを見た気がしますわ。
Yes, it's quite a sight, isn't it?
しーちゃんが一緒だとみーちゃんなんだかかわいいね。
Rena smiled happily, earning her a whack on the head from Mion. Damn.
アホなこと言ってんじゃないよ。次行くよ、次。
What's the hurry? We went back. Sorry, not back. We went about just like that. Really noisy and lively to the other stands. We were paying money towards the beginning, but midway through, the guys running the shops thought we were just too funny, and we ended up being able to fool around without paying much more. Oh my god, freebies! Yes! Thump. The vigorous sound of a big taiko, I probably butchered that, drum echoed through the air. Up. Time for the ceremony.
リカ、そろそろ時間みたいでございましたよ。
Ah, finally it's over. That goody-goody weird business. Anyway.
いよいよなんだね。
Let's get to the good stuff. Right. It's just about time for Rika-chan to appear in the offertory dance.
ちょっとドキドキしてるのです。
信じなって。リカちゃんが流してきた汗は絶対に無駄になんかならないから。
Mion slapped hard on Rika-chan's back.
そうですわ。リカはきっとやり遂げますわ。頑張るのですよ。その息だよ。
I ball my hand into a fist and raise it into the air.
応援してるぞリカちゃん。ファイトオンだぜ。
Fight on! Rika-chan gave the best smile I'd ever seen, then pivoted on her heel and ran off.
じゃあ私たちも行こうよ。
Okie dokie.
そうだな。応援してやろうぜ。
ダメですのよ。演舞中は静かにしていないといけませんでございますわよ。
I got it, jeez! I rubbed a hand through her hair. Weird. She was worried about her good friend up to the end.
なら急いで行かないといい場所がなくなっちゃうよ。行こう。
Mion ran off, and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into the tight space to watch the edifying dance.
こりゃすごい人出だな。
Why does it have to be red? Why does it have to be a shade of red? I don't like it. It's nighttime. It was nighttime already. Just have it shade of blue. What the hell is wrong with you people? Anyway. I turned around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. Where did everyone go? They probably got lost among all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. Let me guess, it's really Shion. It definitely doesn't look like I can get over there. Well, we got separated. No big deal. We could just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over. I gave up on finding the others and wandered around. Trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. It didn't take long for me to realize I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of the people in front of me, though. Thump. Once again, an even louder taiko drum resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika-chan had come on stage with the elders, who were in a priestly garb. I heard low exhalations of admiration, and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's heads were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika-chan intoned... Wait, what? Sorry, I read that. Blah, blah, blah. After Rika-chan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts, stacked on the altar. That's right. The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and to hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practiced using a moki-pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rika-chan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down. It was doubtlessly difficult to even lift it in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it, again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As the shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at the festival. There must be a ton of pressure on Rika-chan's shoulders right now. Damn! Why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her. Push, man, push!
Kei-chan, kochi.
Oh, look at that! Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar. It was Shion. She beckoned me outside the crowd ring of people. She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as her saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of.
Shion? Nanda?
黙ってついてきてくださいね。
After she told me so, she ran in a big detour around the throng. Man, it's great to have someone who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so that I wouldn't be left behind. As I wandered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around the back of the shrine grounds. Why?
どこ行くんだよ?
The fuck?
これじゃどんどん離れちゃってるぞ。
黙ってついてくればわかりますから。
Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. No sign of people, and not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here?
そっか。どこか高いところがあるんだな。屋根の上とか、そういうところから見下ろそうって言うんだろう。
はい？なんで屋根に登んなくちゃいけないんです？
だってそうじゃなかったらどうやってリカちゃんの演舞を見るんだよ。
リカちゃまの演舞なんか見たかったんですか？ケイちゃん、ひょっとしてストライクゾーンものすごく低くありません？
なんだか話が微妙に噛み合わないぞ。お前は俺をリカちゃんの演舞がよく見える場所に案内してくれるんじゃないのか？
はい、誰もそんな約束してませんよ。
Yeah, what's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion? Is it my fault? Am I just reading the wrong things into it?
じゃあお前は俺をなんでこんなところに呼び出したんだよ。
With an expression that indicated that she wasn't fooling around, Shion pressed her index finger to my lips, weird, and said slowly and quietly, "This place is dark, dead, empty spot." Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Reading difficulty, okay. Bleh. This place is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds, and now a male and female the same age are all alone together. Did she really say that? Did she really? I think you're just hearing things, boy. Could this be? We're gonna die! Shion, she's not planning something crazy again, is she?
あれを見てください。
Shion whispered, pointing into a dark underbrush. God fucking. Anyway. And there we saw two figures, one male and one female. Let me guess. Takano and Tamatake-san.
なんだありゃ。まさか。
密会の縄現場に決まってるじゃないですか。ほらほら、よく見てください。あれ、誰だかわかります？
Okay, I don't know why that was continuing, but okay. Appeared intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Ah, it's Tamatake-san and Takano-san. I was right. The two of them were clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure nobody knew they were there, as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden storehouse-like building.
まさかシオン、これを見せたくて俺を呼んだのか？
ケイちゃん、リカちゃまの演舞は毎年見られるけど、こういうのは二度とお目にかかれませんよ。
I don't know, I got a feeling someone's gonna be dead at the end of this arc. Oh, come on, it's not really a spoiler, for God's sakes. You've seen the last arc, haven't you? I had thought the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seemed all too similar.
俺は帰るぞ。二度とこんなのに呼ぶなよな。
今動いたらバレちゃいますって。
At our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around. Damn you.
あらあら、どなたかしら？
We're just spirits of the whole Hinamizawa. Don't mind us. Woo! Okay, I suck at this. We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. Of course she was. Shion and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush. Ooh, we were in a bush, huh? What?
どうもこんばんは。お月様の綺麗ないい夜ですね。あらあら、シオンちゃんに前原くんじゃない？こんばんは。月の綺麗な夜ね。
おやおや、ケイイチ君も隅に置けないね。こんなところで二人っきりかい？だとしたら僕たちとんでもないお邪魔をしちゃったかな。
Fuck off. You're the ones who were meeting up secretly. Tamatake-san and Takano-san laughed to themselves, and it got on my nerves for some reason.
ってことは、富武さんたちは密会してたってわけじゃないみたいですね。
それはもちろん違うよ。
Oh, really?
そういうロマンスも嫌いじゃないけどね。
残念だけど、
あなたたちが覗き見したくなるような面白い場面じゃないのよ。期待に添えなくて申し訳ないわね。
You better be sorry.
そうじゃなかったら何してるんですか？富武さん、今扉の南京錠をいじってませんでした？
Huh? After she said that, I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were hunched in front of the warehouse door, fiddling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock. Ooh.
バレちゃしょうがないな。僕たちが倉庫破りをしてたなんて内緒だよ。
内緒って、それ泥棒ってことですか？
I demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tamataki-san was grinning.
やあね。泥棒ってのは物を盗む人たちのことでしょ。
Yeah?
別に私たちは物を持ち出そうとしているわけじゃないのよ。
Okay, then what?
へえ。じゃあ何のために鍵開けなんかしてるんですか？ここ開かずの西宮殿ですよね。古出家とほんの一握りの人間しか入ることが許されないっていう。
Forbidden storehouse. I took a few steps back at that and looked at the entire warehouse. It certainly looked like one, built removed from any signs of people, almost as if in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened. And it was built to be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression. Now that I looked at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses.
ここはね、西宮殿といってね、西宮をしまっている倉庫なの。いえ、西宮を祀っている神殿と言ってもいいかもしれないわね。リカちゃんが奉納演舞で使っている祭事用の桑も今日までこの中にしまわれていたものよ。もちろん古出家の人間以外は不浄を持ち込むから立ち入り禁止の不可侵領域。
Okay, and if that's the case, again, why are you trying to break into it?
聖域なの。
Shouldn't we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then? However, Takano was wearing a childlike expression, an innocent smile at best, and terribly cruel grin at worst.
私、Hinamizawaの昔語りや伝承を趣味で研究してるって言ったわよね。
Yeah, I suppose I remember you saying that.
私の知的興味のさまざまな答えがこの中に詰まってるの。この中に入れるチャンスを今日までずっと待ってたんだから。
A chance. Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot.
へえ。富武さんに鍵開けの技術があるなんて知りませんでした。
あ、よしてくれよ。僕だっていやいややってるんだよ。
付き合わせてしまってごめんなさいね。でも二郎さんのおかげよ。感謝してるわ。
やれやれ。でも高野さん、こういうのはこれっきりにしてくれよ。こういうところに黙って入り込むのはやっぱり気が引けるよ。
やっぱり二郎さんはいい人ね。
Tamataki-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side.
開いたよ。
ありがとう。いよいよね。
Takano-san gulped. With an unusually excited air about her, she gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I had claimed curses didn't exist, but, in this situation, I could believe in them. If we went into such a holy place with our shoes on, it feels like we could be punished somehow.
どう？あなたたちも共犯なんだし、 せっかくだから一緒に見学しない？Hinamizawaの皮脂を埋める貴重な文化遺産の見物会よ。今日だけの限定会館。
別に俺たち共犯ってわけじゃ。
面白いと思いません？ねえ、覗いてみましょうよ。
Shion said, predictably linking her arm with mine.
でもこれは絶対いけないことだよ。神聖な倉庫なんだろ？西宮殿って言ったっけ？ますます勝手に入っちゃまずいよ。
私は一応園崎の人間ですから、この中にあるものはおおよそ想像がついてます。でもそれはケイちゃんにも見てもらいたいものです。
俺に見てもらいたいもの？
I thought it was just a ploy, but Shion's eyes looked entirely serious. Of course, she was the sort who could lie with a straight face. Of course, I was an average boy too. My curiosity was at least twice that of a normal person. Sleeping, forbidden treasures. Never to leave this warehouse. Chances like this don't come around too often. If I had to choose, then I want to see. Until the locked door is open, though, I don't know about this.
面白くないって思ったら、ケイちゃんはすぐに出ればいいです。きっと興味を惹かれると思いますけどね。
Tamatake-san spoke after listening to our discussion, having sat down on the stairs to take a short rest.
僕がここで見張っててあげるから、一緒に見てきてごらん。僕はあまり趣味じゃないけど、圭一君みたいな若い男の子には結構面白いかもしれないよ。
He said, laughing mischievously. There was no ill will in his laughter.
富武さんはこの中に何があるのか知ってるんですか？
まあね、高野さんにたっぷり聞かされてるからね。
相方の特殊な趣味に付き合わされる殿方も大変ですね。
Tamatake-san didn't answer that, but only responded with a pained smile. Oh, goddamn my frickin' blah, 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 blah. Takano-san had this kind of scary air about her, like she'd drop absolutely everything else for something she had an interest in and go straight for it. But Tamatake-san, on the other hand, seemed like the gold standard of what a normal person should be. Having him tell me so frankly to go check it out suddenly made the guilt feel lighter.
じゃあちょっとだけな。
Okay.
面白くなかったらすぐ出るぞ。
You got it. Shion gave me another Mion-like wink.
決まったみたいね。じゃあ行きましょうか。
Yeah, let's go inside quick. Go.
次郎さん、留守番をお願いね。
Tamatake-san waved his hand to see us off. All right. The inside was pitch black, but Takano-san turned on the battery-powered lantern she'd brought, revealing a pretty cramped front room.
真っ暗だね。みんな転ばないように気をつけるんだよ。
ご心配ありがとう。じゃあ門番をよろしくね。ここ閉めるわよ。
Takano-san smiled spitefully, as if leaving Tamatake-san out of something fun, and began to close the door.
やれやれ。じゃあみんなゆっくり楽しんでおいで。
There was a low, heavy, and loud noise, and we were completely cut off from the outside world and covered in silent darkness. Takano-san's lantern was the only light we had.
大丈夫よ。予備電池も入ってるアウトドア仕様なんだから。冷えたりなんかしないわよ。
Looks like Takano noticed my uneasy expression. I couldn't help but blush a little and avert my gaze. Deeper inside, there was a heavy and old but sturdy door with solemn decorations on it. It was the last door sealing away what was within.
ただの倉庫なのに前室があるなんて変わってるでしょ。一度に1枚ずつ扉を出入りさせることによって西宮殿の中が外に見えないようにする工夫だと考えられるわね。
Takano-san explained this, awfully impressed by the construction. But still, it's really dark in here. Huh? That over there, I spotted a circuit breaker hanging from a clump of wiring, clumsily attached to the wall.
あ、これ明かりのブレーカーか何かじゃないですか?
I flipped the biggest switch I could find, and with a click, the pitch-black room was illuminated by an old bare light bulb. Everyone scrunched up their faces at the sun strobe light brightness. Before she even finished, Shion slapped my hand and flipped the switch back. How dare you! There was another loud click and the room returned to darkness, with only the lantern for illumination.
ダメです、ケイちゃん。私たちここに忍び込んでるんですよ。明かりなんかつけたらバレちゃうかもしれないじゃないですか。
I'm scolded by Shion fairly harshly. It looked like she was worried about whether someone had seen them from the momentary light.
大丈夫よ。本当に一瞬だし。
Takano-san remained a relaxed adult. It seemed like she was confident she could talk her way out of it if someone did see us.
さあ、入りましょう。よいしょっと。
The even heavier door opened, and this time it wasn't just the dust that came out with the air. There was also a nasty smell. One smell was like opening a dust-filled cupboard in the back of a kitchen that hadn't been opened in years. And the other smell, the nasty one, was hard to explain, but it was like the raw odor of a fish market. From how the sound echoed, this room felt far larger than the first. Takano-sen held up her lantern and revealed the contents of the expansive room. At the back wall of the storehouse, right in front of us, was a Buddha-like holy object, standing there looking down at us. I was taken aback by its unseen force, lit up by the slender beam of the lantern.
あれがHinamizawaの守り神、Oyashiro-samaよ。
That right there? Okay, this looks like a death room. Yay! I really wanted to see this. Oh my god, let's get the fuck out of here.
社にあるのよりずっと立派ですね。
Oh, and look at those at the top. They're cages. And at the size of maybe teenagers or below. Oh, they put kids in there. Oh, okay, kids in cages. That's 2019. Hello. Oyashiro-sama. So this is the spirit protecting Hinamizawa. The one guarding the holy land of Hinamizawa from the impurities of the outside world. And the one delivering punishment after punishment upon those who attempted to sully the land with the damn construction.
想像してたよりたくさんの細具が収められているようね。
Yeah, death tools, yay.
でも残念。
Sad, what are you talking about?
どれもあまり手入れがされていないわ。
Saying has been used in recent years.
状態が悪いのが悔やまれるわね。
Are you sure about that? Even in the dim light, I could see a lot of strange objects lighting the walls, ceiling, and shelves. Takano-san, speaking as if in a trance, was infatuated by the various implements filling the dark room. They weren't very festival-like or traditional, but instead This was more like the workshop of a blacksmith or a carpenter. No, You're not seeing what I'm seeing there, biggie boy. Okay? Nah. There were a lot of large wooden and metal tools packed in here. Putting it bluntly, it was all pretty boring stuff. Are you sure you're seeing the right things that I'm seeing? Hello? I'd imagined there would be more artistic things in here from the Heian period, but these are a far cry from being cultural artifacts. My expression betrayed my dashed hopes, and they caught on right away.
あら、面白くないかしら？
俺は文系でも美術系でもないんで、あんまりこういうのを見てもよく価値がわからないです。
圭一君はよくわかってないみたいね。無理もないけれど。
Takano-san reached into a paper bag that she had been holding the whole time, took out a worn scrapbook, and began to flip through it.
じゃあ、圭一君のために昔話でも聞かせてあげようかしら。
Ah, yes, please.
この地方では一般的な昔話よ。
Is it the one about the orcs or whatever they were?
図書館に行けば、
The
教育
demons.
委員会推薦の本にも載ってるくらいにね。
Telling stories in such a dark, creepy place? She must have a horror story in mind. Oh, yeah. Shion's face belied nothing but calm. If she had the same personality as Mion, she'd have found fault with me being scared. I'll endure it for now and pretend to be calm. Calm down, boy.
じゃあ、読むわよ。
Yeah, do it. Hurry, let's go. Vámonos. After confirming that I was going to be... I am so sorry. I keep reading things differently in my head. I don't know why. After confirming that I was going to be quiet and listen, she began to speak softly like a kindergartner teacher reading a picture book. Go ahead. Do it.
昔々、ある山奥の村にね、
Yeah,
沼
swamp.
があったの。
Oh my god. Are we gonna see Shrek?
そ
Is
の
it gonna
沼
appear
は
here?
ね、底なしの深い
This is my
深い
swamp.
沼でね、地の底の鬼の国につながっていたんですって。
Connected to hell. The rumors said that it was deeper than the ocean, and that anyone it swallowed would sink into the underworld, a bottomless swamp. Its name was Onikakushi. Wait. I thought back to the story I heard yesterday about the sacrifices sinking in the bottomless swamp. Could that be the swamp she's talking about?
ってことは、その村はHinamizawaですね。
察しがいいわね。そうよ。当時は鬼ヶ淵村って呼ばれてたけどね。
鬼ヶ淵村、物騒な響きのある名前だな。
イメージもあったんでしょうね。明治の頃に今の名前に改称されたって聞きました。
The Meiji period. The name of the swamp connected to hell was called Onikakushi, which meant the demon's abyss. And the true name of this village, Hinamizawa, was Onikakushi village.
村人たちは鬼の国、つまりは地獄のことね。鬼の国とつながるという沼を崇めながら過ごしてきたの。でもね、ある日のこと。
The fuck? Okay, that was weird. It seemed like there would be more than that, right? Huh, okay, well. Just go ahead and read it if you didn't read it from then. Okay. Demons began to appear, one after the other, from deep in the swamp. The villagers feared that hell was overflowing. Damn, look at that beast. Hurrah! Oh shit! Chop. The demons mercilessly attacked the villagers. How dare you! They could only watch in fear. They could do no more than hide themselves and tremble.
で、誰かが鬼を退治するわけですか？
残念だけど、このお話には桃太郎みたいな正義の味方は登場しないわ。
じゃあ、村を挙げて戦うわけですか？
まさか。村人たちに鬼と互角に戦える力などあるわけもない。
じゃあ、村を捨てて逃げるしかないですよね。
それも無理ね。村人たちにとっても村は大切な郷里だったから。どんな恐ろしい鬼が攻めてきたからといって簡単に逃げ出せるはずもなかったのよ。
じゃあ、どうするんですか？滅びるしかないじゃないですか。
Unable to fight, and unable to run, all they could do was wait for the village to be destroyed. Then, when everyone had lost hope, their god, Oyashiro-sama, descended unto them.
なるほど。つまり、天からやってきたお社様が鬼たちをやっつけるわけですか。
ケイちゃんは男の子ですね。すぐに腕力で解決する方に走るんですから。
Shion sighed, a little annoyed. Embarrassed, I held my tongue.
お社様はね、やっつけるとかそういう暴力的な神様じゃなかったの。もっと優しい慈愛のある神様だったの。
The strength of Oyashiro-sama descended from the heavens couldn't be compared to that of the demons. They didn't even fight. They simply prostrated themselves before his radiant authority. Oyashiro-sama urged them to go back to hell, from whence they came. But the demons wept and challenged him, saying they could never return.
鬼たちの世界にも厳しい戒律があってね。彼らは地獄を追放された鬼たちだったんですって。
Demons, who didn't have a place to go, neither in hell nor in the human world. Of course, they were at fault for attacking the village. They deeply reflected on it and were sorry.
村人たちも話を聞くうちに少しずつ気の毒になっていったわ。それでね、村のみんなで話し合った結果、鬼たちと一緒に住むことを決めたの。
退治するとか追っ払うっていう昔話は多いけど、共存ってのは確かに珍しいですね。
ですよね。鬼ってのは元来諸悪の象徴のはず。それとの共存を決めたというお話なんだから本当に変わってます。
When the demons first heard the villagers' invitation, they doubted their ears, but soon burst into tears of joy. The villagers had given them a place to live. It was said that in payment for this good deed, the demons shared their many kinds of power and secrets with the villagers.
お社様はその微笑ましい交流をとても喜んでね。鬼たちが村人と分け隔てなく暮らせるよう人間の姿を与えたんですって。そして自らも地上にとどまり、末永く両者の交流を見守ることにしたんだそうよ。
A land in which man, demon, and god lived together. I had thought the word demon was a noun meaning evil that needs to be exterminated. A god may have mediated for them, but you don't often hear happy endings like that where both sides live in harmony. I see. I guess it is kind of interesting.
普通のおとぎ話ならここで終わりなんだけどね。このお話は江戸時代にだいぶ加筆されたみたいで、まだまだ続く随分と長い話になってるわ。
After that, the humans and demons intermixed, and eventually there was no difference between them.
鬼の存在は結局村に溶け込んで消えてしまったということですか？
いいえ、消えたりなんかしないです。半分はしっかりと残ってたそうですよ。
The knowledge the villagers had received from the demons basically made them into something inhuman, what people call transcendent. Transcendent. Damn it. I had to fuck up somewheres, didn't I? They were well aware the power they had was hearsay, and as those below worshipped them, they lived out their lives in secrecy.
このお話がね、その後に派生するたくさんの昔話、フィクションの原点になってるの。だからこのお話がある意味基礎中の基礎、ベーシックね。
原点ってどういう意味ですか？
村人たちは鬼の血を引いているという部分ですね。つまりこの辺りに伝わるさまざまな伝承や昔話は全部その村の人たちは鬼の血を引いているというのが前提になっているんです。
There was a hint of amusement in Shion's face as she said that. It was like she wanted to say that she, too, had demon blood in her. Is there any proof, though? Maybe it's somehow rooted in hysterical fact beyond just fairy tales.
あら、じゃあ前原くんは沼から鬼が現れて人間と交わったっていうのは本当にあった出来事だって信じてるのかしら？
信じないわけじゃないんですけど。
When she said demon, she meant the ones from hell, but in ancient Japan, the word wasn't necessarily used to denote only that kind, right? The more well-known use involves the drifting foreigner theory. As the story goes, Westerners who were shipwrecked in nearby seas had such markedly different customs that they were called demons. Japanese people were relatively similar in appearance to other Asians, but everything about those from the West was different. Their physiques, their faces, and their skin color. In Japan, terms like red demon and blue demon evoke images especially of Westerners. Lacking in skin pigments, Westerners would sunburn easily and turn red. Being fair-skinned, I think blood vessels appearing on their skin would look blue, too. A handful of accidental aliens would drift into Japan and came under persecution. Fucking Christ. Being called demons. They would flee into the mountains to survive, turn into bandit groups, and attack villages for food and the like.
なんて説はどうでしょう？ちょっと子供じみてますかね。
Takano gave me a weird smile when, having come up with such an impromptu hypothesis, I unconsciously followed it up with self-deprecation. Still, she didn't smile as if to make fun of me.
別におかしくないわよ。実際に漂流異人説を唱える人もいるもの。でも実際はどうなのかは誰にもわからない。山賊化した異人の集団だったのか、本当に地の底から来た鬼たちだったのかね。
じゃあ高野さんはどっちを信じてるんですか？
真相は別にして、 夢のある方を信じたいわね。
Okay, then enlighten us. What is that?
その方が面白いでしょ。
Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist. Oh my god, such a romantic. Here I thought she'd just reject unrealistic stories like that.
さて、いよいよここからよ。
Eh?
面白くなるのは。
Eh? Takano-san brought an end to her storytelling and waits for a moment as if to tantalize us.
Huh?
Suddenly, Shion looked around as if something had caught her eye. Her head bobbed to and fro. I don't know if that's a typo, but I'm gonna guess it's supposed to be from. I don't know, but whatever. Like she was making sure nothing had changed.
どうしたシオン？
ごめんなさい。気にしないでください。
Shion pretended as though nothing had happened. Takano-san also made sure nothing had happened, then cleared her throat and broached the next subject.
村人たちに半分鬼の血が流れてるのは話したわね。実はその血なんだけど、鬼は鬼でも人食い鬼の血なんだって言われてるの。
人食い鬼ですか？急に物騒な響きになりましたね。
その血は今でも村人たちには脈々と流れていてね。時折その血が眠りを覚ますと言われているわ。
I thought the fairy tale had a happy ending, with the humans and demons living in peace. But it began to suddenly change into a brutal, bloody story.
人食い鬼だから。何十年かに一度、どうしても人肉が食べたくて仕方がなくなる周期があるんですって。だからって、村人同士で共食いするわけにはいかない。だから彼らは、その度に人里へ降り、鬼隠しをしたと伝えられてるわ。
Ah, this is where... Oh, okay, Onikakushi. That's the name of the first arc.
何ですか？鬼隠しって。
平たく言えば、鬼たちによる誘拐行為よ。
Oh, so that's what was supposed to happen to Keiichi. Being demoned away. So what, Rina and fucking Mion were gonna fucking eat us alive or something? Well, not alive, but... Yeah. Yikes.
鬼ヶ淵村の村人たちが人里に押し寄せ、哀れな生贄を無理やり力ずくでさらったんですって。
Oofa. Takano-san's explanation was plain and simple, but when I imagined what it must have been like, it was terrifying. They lose their human reason. The villagers turn into real demons en masse. They attack the villages they loathe in the dirty world of the masses below. And then they kill and eat their sacrifices.
それじゃあ鬼と何ら変わりないじゃないですか。お社様はどうしたんです？その村にとどまって人々を見守ってるんじゃなかったでしたっけ？
もちろん、お社様も了承してたそうよ。だから鬼隠しは無差別ではなく、神様が決めた生贄以外には誰もさらわなかったらしいし、ほとんどの場合は一人か二人だったって記されてるわね。
A village inhabited by those both human and inhuman. It was like the heartwarming episode's colors had inverted, like negative film, revealing the painful and ugly truth.
そうして生贄をさらってきた夜にはね。
Hold on, I'm just gonna check. Oh my god, an hour and 19 minutes, almost going to 20. Oh my god. Okay.
哀れな犠牲者をおいしくいただくため、綿流しの儀式が開かれたというわ。
I got a huge ass feeling we're gonna go into 2 hours again, boys and girls. Woohoo! Watanagashi, tonight's festival was Watanagashi. I just couldn't reconcile the fun festival with the horrible tale Takano-san was telling me.
綿流しは確か冬の間に使った布団なんかに感謝するお祭りじゃなかったでしたっけ？
ケイちゃん、綿って言いません？
Has another meaning.
臓物のこと。
Entrails. Ugh. Shion, who had been silent until now, spoke up.
綿？そういえば言うな。魚の綿っていう。え
？Like a jigsaw puzzle, the fun times I had today and Takano-san's grotesque tale clicked together in my mind.
綿流し。
I didn't think saying that could ever feel so nauseating.
そう、前原くんの想像している通りよ。今でこそ綿流しは毎年6月に行われるちょっと早い夏祭りに過ぎないけど、昔は違った。哀れな食材をさらってきた夜にだけ開かれた凄惨な人食いの宴のことだったの。
Why is her voice getting lighter? Is that glitch? What the fuck? What the hell's happening? Let me just boost it up a little bit along with the music and okay, let's try that. That was weird. I had no real reason to say that, but I couldn't help it.
前原くんはさっき綿流しは布団を清める
It keeps happening.
と言ったわね。
Can't you all notice it? Or is it just me being weird? It's like her voice just travels off. It gets lower and lower. I hate that. What the fuck?
綿が詰まった布団って何を意味してると思うかしら？
Why is that happening to me? Am I going deaf? What the fuck? I'm being serious, folks. I don't know if you can notice it, but I am noticing it and it's freaking me the fuck out.
布団は布団だろう。寝具。寝るための道具だよ。他に何の意味があるんだよ。
I was rattling on, desperately attempting to deny the horrible festival that Takano-san was describing. Deep down, however, I found myself understanding all too well what she meant. Futons, stuffed with cotton. If the cotton represented entrails in both pronunciation and meaning, then entrail-filled futons would have to be humans.
では、リカちゃんがやった奉納演舞を思い出してちょうだい。リカちゃんがあそこで何をしていたかわからねえよ。
God damn it! Why do they always have to take a long-ass pause? What the fucking flock? What was she doing up there? Alright. No, I
第一、
don't.
リカちゃんの演舞は最後までちゃんと見てないし。
Oh my god, why do you have to do that? Stop! Getting in my face! Stop it! Stop it!
ケイちゃん、エキサイトしすぎです。
You're damn fucking spanking to it, I am. What? Shion grabbed one of my ears, reminding me that this wasn't somewhere I should raise my voice. Even so, I still can't suppress my, agitation I feel. I just can't.
リカちゃんが持っていた祭事用のクワ。
Yes, a hoe.
もううすうすは気づいてると思うけど、あれは田畑を耕すクワではなくて。
What other type of hoe is there?
人間の腹をこじ開けるための解剖道具。
Oh, I think there are other types of hoes, yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. Hello. Oh, look at that blade behind him. All right. Ooh, look at that one up a little higher. You can see it, like, goes another direction. It extends. It's weird. Anyway, what? I didn't see the dance all the way through, so I don't know what kind of performance Rika-chan was putting on after I left. When I told this to Takano-san, she kindly explained Rika-chan's dance to me. To summarize what she said, after what I'd seen, Rika-chan would pierce the futons with that hoe, cut them open, and pull out the cotton inside. She'd cut the cotton out one bit at a time and set it afloat. That's the kind of ritual it was.
平たく言えば、魚の綿を取り出して三角コーナーに捨てるのを仰々しく儀式仕立てにしたってことね。
I am not exaggerating. I am not. It's getting lower. What the flocking flock? I just don't get it.
それで儀式はおしまい。
Jesus.
その後はそれぞれの役割を持った村人たちがおのおのに肉を解体して美味しくいただいたって考えられてるわね。
At Takano-san's strangely happy giggle, I felt, for some reason, violent displeasure. Rika-chan, every day during our lunch break, she'd take a rice-pounding mallet into the schoolyard. Courtyard? What the fuck? Schoolyard. And she'd work so hard, sweating bullets, to practice for the offertory dance she had done today. All that effort, all that work, Takano-san disgraced it. Even though she worked so hard to practice for today.
高野さんももう少し言葉を選んでほしいです。ケイちゃん、ナイーブなんですから、あまりからかわないでください。
Fuck you. Telling me I'm so fucking naive. Bitch. Don't be rude, is all I'm trying to say. A moment before I opened my mouth to express how angry I was, Shion stopped me. Shion must have been fully aware of how that story made me feel.
ごめんなさい。男の子だからショッキングな話は結構好きかと思って。
Look at her expression. Fucking Christ. Ugh. Jesus. Takano-san spoke without a hint of malice as she smiled gracefully.
この辺まで話を聞けば、ケイちゃんにもこの細具伝の中にどういうものがあるのか理解できるようになってきませんか?
So this whole fucking stories and shit was all just to point out that Keiichi was misleading on what things were in here. They're not just art or some stupid shit. They're actual fucking tools for, you know, spilling guts and ripping people apart and, yeah, torture tools, basically.
ほら。
Shion pointed out one of the walls vaguely illuminated by the lantern's light. There was, mere moments ago, they hadn't held my interest. They were just boring-looking tools lined up on the shelves. All those uninteresting tools that I didn't understand how to use, they all suddenly took on a new meaning, and I couldn't help but let out a groan. At first, they had looked like carpentry tools. Oh my god, you're so stupid. Like chisels or planes. However, when I thought back, I had seen pictures of these sorts of tools before. Yeah, they came up in a Japanese history textbook. Yes, on the page introducing the Kaitai Shinso, or the new text on anatomy.
こういうのはね、医学の本場、ドイツの文献の方がリアルに掲載されてるわよ。
These aren't carpentry tools. These strangely shaped tools, they're for dissection. Everyone knows that in the Edo period, they would dissect the corpses of those who had been put to death in order to gain knowledge about Western medical techniques. Illustrations of the dissection tools they used at the time came up in textbook supplements. The things hung up on this wall all looked exactly the same as those.
もっと怖い言い方をするなら、調理道具といったところかしらね。
Takano-san holding the lantern, the only light source in this room, led us along the wall. She had the only light, so I had to walk after her whether I liked it or not.
Hora.
Takano-san illuminated a coiled chain, which left a bigger impression than the other things we saw. The chain in itself was nothing unusual, but further along it, God fucking damn it, you fucking stop doing that! The chain in itself was nothing unusual, but further along it were metal fetters that were like hinges, clearly meant for binding people. Then Keiichi-hen! Oh, I can see what she's talking about. That thing over there. You can't see my mouse pointing at it because I don't have that option selected on the settings for the recorder. But yeah, you can see obviously chains right next to Shion on the left there. Yeah. Anyway, what? Shion tapped me on the shoulder and pointed to a restraining table that was clearly shaped like a person. Yes, I see it. My spine froze. My blood felt like it was turning into sherbet as it crawled up my back. I probably butchered that word anyway, but oh well. On each of the joints, there were things like chains and iron balls attached. Yeesh. On each of the joints, there was... Oh, I already read that. Sometimes I can't tell. It was like the table was searching for its next sacrifice, ready to spread their arms wide and close them in. A chopping block. Jesus Christ. The words chopping block sent a jolt through my body. When I looked more closely, there were many dark slices carved into it, as though from a knife or a saw. They were the most clear-cut signs of usage you could ask for. It proved these tools weren't just for show, they were used for their original purpose. If someone was strapped tightly onto this table, they probably wouldn't be able to move even a muscle. Their guts would be defenseless. They'd take one of those eerie cooking knives lined up over there, stab him with it, and then you'd slice open their belly and dissect them. Before coming in here, Shion had mentioned she had a good guess of what was inside, but it seems to have exceeded her imagination. Oh, there's more! Great, let me drink of water first. Fan bloody-tastic. No. Takano-san had this happy expression, like she was visiting a toy store for the first time. Yeah, sicko! I don't get it. This Mio Takano person has nerves of steel. Are these bizarre, grotesque objects that fascinating to her? I, for one, was not enjoying myself. I'll be frank. This was all too weird for me. Gotcha. Still, there was something even more horrifying than all this. That would be none other than Takano-san herself. Takano-san holding the lantern, giving off such a thin beam of light, if she suddenly turned it off, then I would. What would I do when, the next moment, everything went totally dark? That's why I was scared. Takano-san only had the light. You know what? Boo! Takano-san had the only light, and anyway, I was scared. At some point, Shion had started holding onto my shirt sleeve. It was a little annoying to walk like that, but I didn't shake her off. That minor sensation allowed me to feel the presence of an ally, here and now. Before we had even walked halfway through the storehouse, the air I felt on my skin changed completely. These cruel tools lined up, all crammed together in this place. Some were horrible ones made to take away sacrifices' freedom, and some were tools made to efficiently disassemble, and prepare the bodies for consumption. Those were just the things I understood. There were plenty of other strange-looking objects that I couldn't even guess the purpose of. Now that I was here, I didn't have the slightest desire to hear the details about what sort of terrifying reasons they were meant to be used for. At the very least, they were all completely different from the sort of clean, simple killing function of a katana. Tools to kill people were obviously constructed in such a way that they could kill people. If that was the goal, then the person you used them on would, obviously, end up dead. The kinds of tools here, however, were different. The tools that were here were for cutting people, for crushing them, for boiling them and cooking them, and for grinding them. They were tools of torture. They weren't made to kill people. People dying was just an incidental result. Actually, they might not even kill them. If the sacrifices could die during such a horrifying ritual process, that would be nice, but they don't even die in the end. They remain in a state of hellish pain. Perhaps they were only being allowed to live. Only now in this moment did I fully realize just how terrifying and fearsome that difference was.
人ってね、上手にやると結構殺さずに済むものらしいの。
It's like slowly consuming them while they're alive. Fuck, that's sickening. Takano-san, as if reading my mind, displayed a shocking smile.
魔女狩りで有名な家系。火あぶりなんかはすぐに死んじゃうのよ。全身の皮膚が広範囲にわたって重度の火傷を負うと、組織の分解産物で中毒症状を引き起こし、重度なショックを併発しちゃうから。まあ確かに、それに至るまでがギロチンなんかに比べればはるかに長いところに残虐性があるんだけど。
She described such horrors in a strangely medical way. Shion immediately answered the question I had.
高野さん、看護師さんですから。
There's a saying that nothing can scare a doctor. I guess it's true.
ところがね、ローマの時代の処刑方法にね、網焼きというものがあったの。バーベキューと同じにね、金網で挟みつけて炭火でじっくりと焼いたんですって。
To think, the memories of when I went to a day camp with my family would come rushing back now of all times, so vividly.
これだとね、どういうわけかなかなか死なないらしいのよ。ものの本によると、一昼夜かけて片側が炭化するくらいこんがり焼いてもまだ意識があって流暢に話をしたなんて記述も出てくるから。
That's insane. You'd grill someone the whole day, and they'd still be conscious. It said that ancient Rome, famous for their executions, thought of plenty of ways to execute someone while having the victim stay alive as long as possible.
その中にね、お腹を開いて腸をウインナーみたいに引っ張り出してウィンチで引っ張り上げて晒し物にする刑があったんですって。
Thinking about this, from what Keiichi explained, the foreigner, shit, what was it called? The drifting foreigner theory or whatever. I don't remember the actual theory's name, but these demons being foreigners that travel faraway lands and blah blah blah. They're speaking of Rome right now in the way of these whole torture tools and their ways of cooking people and torturistic techniques and blah blah blah. What if that theory is correct and how the demons, quote unquote, were actually the Romes? Think about it. I actually kind of like that theory, how foreigners from faraway lands come into your village, into your land, and you suddenly call them demons just because they're slightly different, you know? Anyway, Shion was behind me, clinging to me. Not just because she was scared. She was protecting her stomach.
臓物を引っ張り出すなんて聞いただけでもすぐに死んじゃいそうでしょ。でもね、丁寧に優しくやるとね、意識がはっきりとした状態のまま腹渡を引きずり出すことって可能らしいのよ。
Oh my god. Yeah, she's actually right. Painfully and nauseatingly right, but fucking Christ. It's just so disgusting. God damn it, I double clicked again because I'm a ding dong ditch. I felt a sick feeling in my stomach. It was like my organs were coiling up just from Takano-sen's stare.
ウィンチで引っ張り出すっていうのはなんだか大行な方法だけど、もっと野蛮に裂いた腹から臓物をちぎっては投げちぎっては投げというそんな恐ろしい刑もあったんじゃないか。
The text is leaving the screen. Why is it doing that? That's weird. It's quite unimaginable that they did dreadful things like that too, isn't it? I don't know. Why couldn't they just make the text smaller or a little bit higher? Like, what the fuck?
でも、処刑者には意識があるの。
Wait, isn't there a way to, like, alter the text? Hold on. I never actually looked for that. Text box opacity. No, okay. No. Alright. Anyway.
それは痛い以上に恐ろしい体験なんでしょうね。
I do not like the way she's speaking. Why did she have to speak like that? It's creepy. She spoke with oh, god damn it. She spoke with pleasure. Hey, what? As if she had come here on a sightseeing trip. I heard Shion gulping multiple times near my ears.
hinamizawaの、いえ、鬼ヶ淵村の綿流しもそんな感じだったのかしらね。
How long is this going to be lasting? I do not want to go past 2 hours. Come on.
耳を澄ませば聞こえてくるような気がしない。
End soon, please. I wanted nothing more than to not hear anything at all. So why? Why only at times like these do I begin to hear things I shouldn't be able to? Because it's your fucking imagination. The chains moved. Oh my god. Takano-san, having realized that she'd scared Mion and I enough at this point, smiled soothingly. Right. Then she turned on her heel, raised the lantern, and began to walk again. If Takano-san left us here, we'd get even further away from the light. Shion and I, no matter how scared we were forced to follow Takano-san along on her field trip through the ritual storehouse. God damn it.
これで軽く一周できたかしら?
Thank you. Yes, we have.
面白いところでしょ?
She says, raising the lantern high in the center of the storehouse. The dim lighting didn't change, but for some reason it felt like I was able to see all of these horrible tools at once. Again, why do you always have to pop up like that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Look up. Shion stammered while grabbing the nape of my neck. I couldn't tell because it was so dark, but there were a lot more tools hanging from the ceiling as well. They all looked like they were made of iron bars, but then I figured it out. Cages. I noticed that. That's like the first thing I fucking noticed in here. For cages, they were very small. Cramped cages just for one, like caskets. Like a damn casket. Lock you up in there. If you got locked up in there, no, you wouldn't get locked up inside it. It was another tool meant for restraining people, where the iron bars would squeeze you tightly. All the so many big and large things of all shapes were hanging down. Takano-san's mention of execution by grilling crosses my mind. We weren't just surrounded by all sides by these terrifying instruments. Things crowding the ceiling were even hanging over our heads.
ヨーロッパの拷問道具にこういった鳥かごがたくさん登場するわね。日本にもあったなんて驚きだわ。
God damn it.
ケイちゃん、あれ中に入ってない？人？ミイラ？
え？どれ？
Shion desperately pointed to one of the many human-sized bird cages hanging from the ceiling, but I couldn't tell which one she meant. Being that dark, there wasn't any way you could tell if something, was there in the first place.
私には何も見えないけど、見間違いじゃないの?
Shion didn't seem convinced, but without the means to confirm for ourselves, we couldn't do much but wonder.
これで前原君にもなんとなく信じられるようになったんじゃないかしら。Hinamizawaに伝えられる恐ろしい儀式の数々が。
It's got nothing to do with believing in them. Now that I've been shown the real thing like this, there's no possible way to deny it. Even the nations of Europe, with all their beautiful landscapes and legends, were like a maelstrom, during the terrible witch hunts in the Dark Ages. It's well known that the era gave birth to countless gruesome forms of torture and execution. Japan was the same way. Didn't it have its own era of hellscape, like torturous feasts because of religious suppression and things of that nature? Hinamizawa itself had such a period. It had that much history behind it. Even in Europe, land of the witch hunts. Well, New England as well, but anyway, that was all far in the past. No more than a series of historical events. And in this age, nothing that abnormal would ever happen. That must apply to Hinamizawa as well.
中世の暗黒時代とかがそうだったように、Hinamizawaにも暗黒時代があった。そういうものなんだと解釈します。本当にHinamizawaでこういう恐ろしいことがあったのだとしても、それは大昔の出来事なんです。
Now that's a mature way of thinking that.
今暮らしているHinamizawaの人々とは何の関係もないことです。
Just because those tools are there, they look worn, does not mean that Well, they're still doing it to this day. It's just a thing of the long past. Decades and decades and decades and many generations ago. It didn't sound like she was making fun of me. Takano-san gave me a light smile.
でも、高野さんはその風習が実は現代にも残っているんじゃないかと思って研究をしてるんです。そうでしたよね。
Shion Sorry, I just drank water, but it didn't seem to help. Shion suggested something that made my heart leap into my throat. Are you telling me that all these horrible things are still going on even today? Well, I don't know. Why don't you check out the equipment? Are they, recently worn out?
これ、本当に内緒なんだからね。
Oh, here we go.
シオンちゃんは理解のある人だから話したけど、他の村人には聞かれたくないの。下手をしたら、罰当たり者ってことで袋叩きにされかねないんだから。
I honestly have no idea if I just heard that from in the game or from outside. But something spooked the fucking shit out of me. Shion flashed a devilish smile, as if reveling in the morality of it.
Maebara君も内緒にしてね。
I speak words, I speak English. Not English, but I pretty much speak in the English. What?
知られたら私、お社様のたたりに会うか、生贄にされちゃうかするかもしれない。たたりなら、今年はどんな死に方をさせられちゃうのかしら。生贄なら、鬼ヶ淵の沼に生きたまま沈められちゃうのかしら。そういえば今夜よね。お社様のたたりがある夜は。
Takano-san said, bringing her face right up close to ours, as if to say that if she had the choice, she'd rather suffer the curse. That was what she seemed to be implying. Well, if you want to go up and die, and you go ahead and do that. What the fuck is your problem? Takano-san took a fairly worn notebook out of her paper bag, then began to flip through its pages. There were all sorts of references and newspaper clippings attached to them, and it had all manner of things written inside. The letters were very small and bunched together, so I couldn't tell at a glance what it was about.
本当は国会図書館で当時の新聞を探したいんだけどね。ほら、ここ。
A photocopy of a page from some book was slid into the notebook, and it too was written in small, tight lettering. Like the other pages, I couldn't tell what it was about just by glancing at it.
これは実際にあったお話よ。明治の終わり頃にね。鬼ヶ淵村で身元不明の惨殺死体が発見されたんですって。
An old newspaper clipping attached to the page spoke of something that was no mere rumor or fairy tale.
当時の警察の資料がほとんど残ってないそうだから、口伝と記憶によるものだけなんだけどね。ほら、これ不鮮明だけど、明治の頃の新聞の切り抜きみたい。
Never before has there been a corpse treated with such cruelty and inhumanity. Could it be the work of a demon? Being a copy of a copy, it was very hard to make out, but it was more than enough to make me feel strangely tense. Near the end of the Meiji era, I was about to say period, an old Onikakushi village, a mangled corpse was discovered. The identity of the corpse was unknown. It wasn't even a state where it could be identified in the first place. It was missing a head, and each limb was separated from the body. That sounds like victim number one of these 4 string of incidents in the 4 years. with the disembodiment. Anyway, skin had been peeled off the entire body, well, except for that anyway. And there were markings that implied a terrible torture in every place imaginable. Not only that, but the belly had been cut open by a sharp knife, with the entrails completely dragged out. The police immediately began an investigation, but since they couldn't even determine the identity of the victim, much less the criminal, finding answers was extremely difficult.
どういう状況かわかるかしら?
But it is true, it's also strangely familiar to the first victim of the 4 years of incidents to happen. I couldn't imagine such a strange sight, even if I tried. This was the first time I was ever thankful for my lack of imagination.
被害者は生きながらにして全身の皮を剥がれ、あらゆる拷問を受けていじめ殺されたんですって。そして死後にもさらに遺体を分解、解剖と残虐の限りを尽くしたのではないかって筆者は見ているわね。私はどの工程も生きているうちにやったんじゃないかって思ってるんだけどね。前原君はどう思うかしら?
She spoke in a way intended to make me imagine even more vicious things. How long have I been recording? Fucking Christ. Yeah, we're gonna go past 2 hours. Oh, fantastic. Shit. As my brain was already far over capacity, however, there was no way I could imagine anything more brutal. Then, when I broke my gaze from Takano-san's, those strangely shaped weird tools were all around us. I wonder if you could faithfully reproduce the mutilated corpse discovered at the end of the Meiji area. I keep going for period, I don't know why. Era. With the tools found in this place. I want to deny it. I don't want to admit that something so terrible could have happened at all. Even so, they were so strange, so terrifying, these tools, and as if they had seen through my attempt to escape from them, they did nothing but ridicule me silently.
その薄気味悪い事件が何だって言うんですか?
筆者はね、鬼ヶ淵村の恐ろしい習慣は明治以降の近代。ひょっとすると昭和初期くらいまでは残ってたんじゃないかって結んでるわ。
This corpse, at a glance, appeared to have been brutally killed after a period of torture. In actuality, however, it was a pitiful sacrificial remains of the man-eater's terrifying feast. The corpse was just leftovers. It was so fantastic. What the fuck? It was so fantastic, so strange that it didn't feel real. Was this an extension of the legends too? It happened in the Meiji era, though, which is just too recent to be called a legend. Really? How recent is it? I kind of want to look that up real quick, but I'm not going to. Also, there's a newspaper clipping right here suggesting it.
でも本当にあったとしたって昔のことですよね。明治なんて言ったらそれこそ100年くらい前の。
Okay. There we go.
たったよ。
Jesus, only 100 years ago? Damn.
たった100年前のことよ。それにね。
That's like basically one generation. Holy shit.
昭和に入ってからだってあるんだから。
Oh shit.
終戦直後に騒ぎになった缶詰疑惑。あ、ごめんなさい。この話はタブーだったわよね。
Takano-san immediately stopped talking as if worried about Shion. Shion briefly looked somewhat angry, but that expression soon disappeared.
え？今高野さんなんて言いました？缶詰疑惑って。
Just then, there was a huge creaking noise. Yay! Everyone whipped around to look. It was Tamatake-san. It was Tamatake-san who had opened the door slightly.
驚かせちゃったかな。
あら、二郎さんも見たくて我慢できなくなったかしら。
僕は遠慮させてもらうよ。生来ね、こういうのは苦手なんだ。
Takano-san held her stomach and had to muffle her laughter, as if she wanted to make a comment about his masculinity. Aye.
それより、演舞とセレモニーが終わって、みんな沢の方に降りていったよ。あと何分もしないうちにお祭りは終わっちゃう。
あら、いけない。前原くんがあまりにも聞き上手だから、またお話三昧になっちゃったわ。
I'd really rather you not mention me in the first place.
二郎さんは表で待っててくれるかしら。私はちょっと写真を撮るわね。本当はいくつか道具を持って帰りたいんだけど、それはさすがに無理そうだからね。
Takano-san took a camera out of her paper bag and began to snap photographs. She looked like she was having fun, like she was on a scavenger hunt.
ケイチ君も出るかい？
もう十分に見ました。シオン、もういいだろう。出ようぜ。綺麗な空気が吸いたいよ。
同感です。出ましょう。
I did feel a bit of hesitation at leaving Takano-san by herself in the darkness. When I thought about it, though, I realized that whatever kinds of evil spirits and ghosts lurking in the darkness, none of them could hold a candle to how scary she was. Even in a phantasm, even if a phantasm were to appear, she'd be overjoyed and flash her camera at it. It seemed like Shion shared my somewhat rude mental images. We exchanged glances and smiled painfully. We left Takano-san there, bathed in her strobe of camera flashes, and decided to go leave the ritual storehouse. Alright, you know what? I am weirdly gonna go ahead and end it here. Maybe. We are at 2 hours and 2 minutes. I do not like causing it to be longer than 2 hours. I don't know how far we are to the end, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save and end the video here. Thank you all for joining in. This was a long, plentiful read as well, but very spooky and very nauseating. If you're not into these torture type of talks, then yeah, that would be just that. But if you did enjoy somehow, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more Higurashi soon. So, I'll see you all then, and goodbye.